Welcome to the Site-65 podcast. I'm your host, Robert Tomato Peterson, and with me, as always, is Keegan. Keegan, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Wonderful, wonderful. We have a lot of people at this lunch table today.
Kind of crowded.
Yeah, it is a little crowded. I'll just start from who's sitting next to me. We have Site Manager Squirrely.
All right.
We also have GOC Lieutenant General Second calling in.
Hey, man.
And also calling in is Internal Affairs Director Jonker. Jonker, we're gonna have to fix that phone call of yours because Jesus Christ. Finally, we have Site Advisor Deftone.
Hey guys.
You don't have to put on funny voices for the podcast. I almost did for the Minecraft server. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft on 079 lately.
You play Minecraft?
Yeah, 079 even run Minecraft?
Yeah,
No, so
that means
it can run Doom? Dude, let's go. Doom.
Yeah, it can run anything. It can't run Crysis, though, surprisingly. Anyways, we have a lot of people at this lunch table. We're all eating chicken from KFC. It's delicious. Thank you to our glorious overlords who provide us chicken from, we don't have one in Pinewood. I'm guessing they have to have it flown in from the States. But thank you for supplying us with this finger-licking good chicken. Anyways, guys, you all are new to the podcast. So, as is tradition, we are going to have each one of you basically kind of give a backstory on how you got into the Foundation. You don't have to go into... You can go into as much detail as you want. If stuff is redacted, you can leave it redacted. So we'll start with Squirrely, Mr. Site Manager. How did you end up in your position in Site-65?
So I was the head of HR of like a super corrupt company, and I hated every second of it. And I was walking home one day. A bunch of people jumped into a truck and they bashed me over the head with a rock. And I found myself just woke up on the floor in the site director's office, and he says like, "Yeah, this is your position now." And here I am.
Lucky bastard.
Fair enough. Now, I have a question for you. Did you used to work for Comcast?
No, I worked for so it was a very small company. I don't remember the name. I think that rock did some damage to the back of my head.
Understandable. Well,
But that
we're
was
happy to
good,
have you sitting here with us. Keegan, what were you going to say?
With that much technology, why the fuck did we use a rock?
I don't know, man.
That baffles me.
I mean, sometimes primitive is better.
Better, he lost some of his memory. I mean, I'm not the judge, but...
You give some, you take some, who cares? Next up, we have GOC Lieutenant General Second. Thank you for hacking into our comms, and thank you for joining us at this lunch table, even though you're on my laptop. Sorry we couldn't get you here in person, but, it's kind of not really a good thing to have you on site normally. But, you're here, so if you want to, tell us how you got your position.
Well, I've been in GOC for a while, and then I just kind of worked my way up. I don't really have an exciting story about it. It's just kind of, just pretty standard stuff. I just worked my way up to my position, and now I'm the lieutenant general, and I frequently bomb SCPs. I kill them even. I love killing SCPs. I do that often. Sometimes I even raid to kill SCPs. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a pain in our ass, but we're happy to have you here. We're gonna circle
research. I still want to see their research. All right.
We research how to kill SCPs, and then we raid to kill them. Behead all SCPs. Abhor the anomaly. Hoorah!
Yeah. We're gonna circle back to that in a second, but I want to introduce everyone else. Internal Affairs Director Jonker. Go ahead and explain how you ended up in your position.
Just a simple bag and tag, normal civilian. Saw 049 after a, let's just say, funny ending breach. They rebuilt the site and kidnapped me, gave me high doses of amnestics, and now I'm here.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, 049 does get out a lot in Pinewood, but thankfully he's able to be recontained fairly easily. You know, just lure him back with some test subjects, and we're good to go. And finally, we have Site Advisor Deftone. Mr. Deftone, how did you end up in your position?
Well, you know, I've been like other positions before. I was a A1Com, I was a agency manager for DEA, and I'm a site advisor. I kind of, if I had to like describe myself, I kind of say like I'm kind of like a lone wolf, you know. Like I'm when I was, you know, in A1 and like in DEA, you could say that I rose to the ranks really quickly because I was kind of like the alpha, you know. I was really good at like leading and stuff. So they actually called me the alpha back then. But you know, I left that life behind me because, you know, I didn't want to like be like on beast mode every single day. So I chose, you know, the non-combative lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Because being an alpha is kind of tough, you know.
Well,
I'm just
we're
bad at
happy
shooting
to have
guns.
you. Well, we're happy to have you all here.
Yeah.
So another thing that I like to do when we have new people on the podcast is ask them the following question. What's the craziest thing you've seen on site so far? So we're actually going to start at the top here. The guy sitting to my immediate left, Deftone. We're going to start with you. What is, in your opinion, the craziest thing you've seen on site so far?
That's a good question.
Do you want me to
Craziest
circle
thing.
back and give you some time
You know,
to think?
I think actually Squirrely, if he has some input here, you should probably go to him first.
No.
right.
You go first. You go first. I insist.
Listen, okay, look, when the alpha tells you to do something, you do it. That's all I'm gonna tell you right
I'm
now.
above
Alright?
you in the ranking hierarchy.
Okay, well, thing is, like, they call me the alpha, so like, you really don't want me to like, go beast mode here. Like, I'm serious right now.
Yeah,
You know,
you're
I don't
right.
really want to
I'm right.
cause. Okay, like trying to do a podcast, I don't really want to cause a scene right now. All right,
Ladies,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm sorry.
Second, how about you do it?
you're both beautiful.
Yeah, second, you do it.
Answer the question.
It's like,
You want me to have a word? All right, I'll have a word, man. Well, I mean, the craziest thing I've seen on Site-65 was I saw this ethics member. I talked to him, and he actually talked back to me as if I was a human being. He actually spoke to me. It was really weird. Yeah, the ethics committee, they don't tend to do much, and I actually 5 minutes before this conversation compared their brain to a pile of rocks. Because I mean, it pretty much is, but
that's pretty rude.
I had a conversation. I believe it was peasant, and he actually it was really weird. It was an adjustment for me to see an ethics member being a human being and not a statue because they are pretty useless.
Oh, okay. Being really rude right now.
I should mention that at the time I was being threatened by a god to get deleted from existence because I destroyed a tombstone that he belonged to. I don't know. It was really, yeah, it was really weird. And then he like went inside of me and stuff. So I'm kind of like that guy now.
We don't need to know.
Bro?
We don't need to know what you do in your spare time.
Not in that way, man. Not in that way, man. I'm just like that guy now. You know. I just got that. I got that dog in me. You know.
I knew you were gonna fucking say that. Damn it.
I got powers and shit. I got powers.
Over this desk
I feel that.
Another guy who's crazy. Great. Just what we need. Another
like
GOC who's psycho.
No, that's not me. No, that's not me. I just.
Dude,
pour the anomaly.
Dude, just shit talk the ethics committee, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, the ethics committee are great people.
My brother's
for the most part. Dalton's
man.
pretty cool.
Come on.
Squirrely. Same question to you. You got anything interesting that's happened to you on site?
I mean, like, I shot and killed a guy, and then I got like bagged by the ethics committee member, and he's just like, "That's pretty dope, man. Don't do that again." But like, that's about it. I got off with a waste of resource charge.
That's awesome. Who'd you dome in the head?
Yeah, I domed Harold Hawks' body double.
Oh, I thought it was a tech expert. Oh.
Wasn't a tech expert. It was a D class.
Oh,
we used it to gaslight the ex-IA director. It was pretty funny actually. He got really upset when he thought that his deputy director died, and then I've been advised not to speak further on the subject.
Fair enough.
Fair?
Yonker, I'm saying your name different each time just because. Jonker, I don't know. I don't think you've already answered this, but what's the craziest thing you've seen happen on site?
Probably when I was Class F to go shoot the chairman. I succeeded somehow.
You shot the chairman of the ethics committee.
I was Class F, but yes, I did shoot the
I
chairman
think I
of
like
the
this
ethics
guy.
committee.
I think I like this guy.
That was you.
What? Yeah. Okay.
That was
I was wondering how
you.
that happened.
I think I like this guy. I think I've been.
So you're the reason Dalton walks with a limp now.
Yeah.
No. I made sure it was a headshot with a freedom.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean he can't survive. We have a crack medical staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, that doesn't usually give someone a limp.
I mean, you shot him in the brain, so yeah, probably more than a limp.
All right. We'll continue on. Anyways, so thank you all for your interest in being on the podcast. It's greatly appreciated when we have site administration, site advisor come down and sit with us researchers, even though I'm not really research anymore, and talk with us. Keegan, I'm curious, did you ever get anywhere with your you mentioned on the last show you were giving 079 video games to play. Did you ever give him any more to play?
Not necessarily, though. I did study the actual Game Boy cartridges that came with it, and I'm planning to do more. But I still have to write that play for CP7722.
I forgot about that. I'm excited for that.
I'm gonna give D class a whole script. They're gonna do the whole play, and if I don't want them to die, but it would be kind of funny.
That would be. All right. So one of the other segments we like to do on this podcast is sort of a news of the week type deal, where as we all know, every day there's a newsletter that's put out that we all receive in the morning that basically talks about news stories from the past day or so. So I selected a couple news stories that I think are of interest regarding Site-65 in the town of Pinewood, and I just want to talk through them. So first story that I thought was interesting, a colony of polar bears seems to have migrated into Pinewood recently from the north, more north than we already are. Reports from the surface estimate the number of bears to be about 30. So far, 3 Pinewood citizens have been attacked. What are your guys' thoughts on this?
That's a
Well,
little weird.
me,
I
like,
get
Sounds a bit
fucked
anomalous.
over.
I think I need to. I think I need to bomb
I kind
them.
of like relate.
That sounds
to
like
being a
that one
polar
anomaly
bear.
I read up on about like bears.
They
I
should
think I
have
need
played
to drop
around
a
it.
1,000-pound bomb on them.
I've heard CI were just gunning down bears and eating a lot of stew recently.
Abhor the anomaly. I need to bomb polar bears.
You don't need to hurt the polar bears. They are my second favorite animal.
Oh,
But they
my
They'll
bad,
eat
man.
you, man. They'll eat you. They have
Yeah,
no
they like
love
hunt
in their
humans.
hearts. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they like
shit's
look-
pretty bad, man.
No, look, if
Personally, I
they're
prefer
not
parrots.
friends, why are they friend-shaped?
Okay, I get that, but
that's
hear
so
me
true.
out.
They're wearing the
Parrots.
That's true.
No.
That's true. That's true.
Okay,
true.
so polar bears attacking people. 3 Pinewood citizens dead. Looks like they're gonna get bombed soon. Fantastic. Next up, in order to get around HCZ quicker, second, this doesn't really apply to you. In order to get around HCZ quicker, site administration is testing using golf carts. So far, the only one who seems to really enjoy them is 999, as he likes to ride in the little basket in the back.
I'm gonna customize one. I'll take one of those.
I was thinking about building a mosque in HEZ.
Why would
kinda
you
try
build a
passing
mosque?
that, because there's a big Muslim population in the facility, and I want to respect their beliefs.
I
I
think
was
you'd also
thinking about building a
piss off
mosque, you know.
7722 with that, but
Yeah.
Well, listen, let's not get some Islamophobic ideas here.
No, that's it's perfectly acceptable
I mean
to build a mosque.
that is just directly what 7722 is.
So these
to be
golf
fair.
carts, they're gonna go to the mosque because we want some like easy
Also, at
transportation.
that point, why not
here.
just make a scooter, a moped? Be much more
That's
efficient.
kind of fucked up.
Golf carts
What you
are
just said
cool.
was kind of racist. Not every Muslim uses a scooter
I
or a
want to give
moped.
people scooters.
No one's saying
Is it
Muslims
more
use
side
scooters.
effect?
No
That's
one was
what you
even
said.
no one was even hinting at that.
I'm just curious here, Deftone. Do you guys also plan to build a synagogue in HCZ?
Yeah, you
Sure.
know, shout out to all like the Jewish personnel. We
know.
thinking about building a synagogue too.
It's actually very respectable being so
Shabbat shalom.
inclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank-
you know.
Very inclusive.
We at the
Squirrely's
foundation.
my favorite Jew friend.
No, see, listen. We at the foundation respect all religions and peoples,
I met
except for
Squirrely at a
D class.
synagogue.
We treat them like trash. But like, we respect everyone else.
You actually met Squirrely at a synagogue?
I met Squirrely at a synague. You know,
I don't think you did
he was
that.
the rabbi. No, he was the rabbi.
I don't think you did that. No.
It's okay, Squirrely. You don't have to be ashamed of your beliefs.
Hey man, I'm just scared, you know?
I get it, man. I get it. I believe in total anomaly death. I'm a bit of an outlier here, since you guys like to keep them and shit.
Even like 909?
Especially.
What is your problem?
Abhor the anomaly.
Well, don't hurt my favorite jelly, and we'll be fine.
Also, don't hurt me
next
with that
story.
edge.
Not gonna lie, I'd be fine with you killing 087.
How would he?
Also a 6-hit,
Like,
so.
I think. Do you expect him to bomb a stair? Well, I guess that could work.
I can make it work.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, have we
How did
ever
they
tried
move- how did they
bombing
move the
087?
staircase in the first place?
No.
Did they build it around it, or like?
I really don't know.
No,
I
I'm
think we
assuming they
transferred here, I have
somehow
no
dug
idea.
it out, which I don't know how that worked, but
Maybe it's like some Monsters Inc. shit where it's not actually like a thing. It's more so like you move the door and then the staircase moves.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, like it moves like in the movie Harry Potter.
Yeah.
The staircase
Just,
moves.
yeah, just like that. Yeah, actually, it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
It's
Yeah.
actually like the hit movie Harry
I'm
Potter.
thinking
Yeah.
it's like those
I love that movie.
hallways where if you take it, it looks like just a normal sized room, but as soon as you go in it, it just becomes infinitely large.
Oh fuck! What is that SCP? It begins with a 4. 4.
I think it's like 417 or something.
Yeah, it's something. It's something like that. I just remember it beginning with a 4. Like 432. Is that it? I don't know. I can't remember. You think I would know this after being in research for so long, but I'm not very smart.
That's true. That's true.
Thank you, Deftone. Much appreciated. Recently, a citizen wandered his way into Site and had a brief conversation with an ethics member. Apparently, he fell through the vents in the bathroom where the ethics member was taking a piss, and they had a brief conversation. Long story short, the citizen is now a part of medical.
Oh, you're talking about Saeem Al-Haid.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard about that story, man. It's fucked up. What happened?
Yeah.
How's it fucked up? He got a job.
No, because like Saeem Al-Haid, he was a known jihad.
Oh my god, we're
Why
not
do we
getting
keep
into this
moving
stuff.
on? What
We're not
the
getting
fuck are
into
we
this
talking
stuff.
about?
That's not what this podcast is about.
Expand
just,
on the
found
last
it.
thing
I'm
about
about to leave the lunch
hallway.
table, you
That's
guys.
SCP-970. That's what we were talking about.
Oh, really?
What is that?
Yeah, 970.
Oh, wow. I was completely off with the number. Jeez.
So was I. I was 417.
Yeah, I was 432.
Oh,
Wow.
that. Oh, shit.
Yep. All right. Next up, the site's esports team has recently gone 3-0 in Counter-Strike 2 matches against Site-09. Thoughts?
You guys play Counter Strike?
Yeah, we have an esports team.
We have an esports team?
There's breaking news
Yeah.
right now.
What's the breaking
Yo,
news?
look at like this happened. Like this just happened in comms.
What?
Look,
What
look. This just happened in comms. Like you got something to say about this?
I don't really.
I think Gensec needs to step up.
No, like,
I think
it's just,
Gensec
like,
would just
Brute got
kill him.
Uzi.
I think Gensec would just kill him. Okay. I don't think.
Why
No,
they-
this just happened though.
Why they commented on that? Why he gotta be a brute? He's a
Yeah, why
man
does it have to be
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, why? No respect. No respect.
For Brute got
We don't
Uzi.
worry about
If it was like a
D-Class
type
right
blue
now.
or something, I'd shit my pants. Other than that, it's whatever. It's a guy with a gun. D-block.
That's true. That's true.
That is true. There are a million.
It's just
guys
a
with
normal
guns.
man. He's just a man. He's not a
Well-
brute or a scout. He's just a man.
When Brute got Uzi, I think it's something worth talking about. Like this is pretty bad. Especially, they like, you never know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, I get what you're saying though. You gotta,
Like, it's like a D&D chart, like Brute got Uzi's like chaotic evil. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't really work at the foundations. I don't really know much about Brute Got Uzi,
Well,
but
they're kind of like the Apex Predators.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's
Yeah, if a brute
I'll
has
make sure
amnesia, like
to-
your chances of survival are like pretty low, actually.
I'll make sure to keep an eye on them next
yeah,
time.
like
Next time I come
Peter
visit.
Breach versus Brute God Uzi, like on the same level here.
Honestly, Brute
No,
Bubble Bath went pretty hard.
I actually
You
did
know,
hear about the
I
Brute
actually-
Bubble Bath. I actually
Yeah, I've
watched
heard
the
about
Brute
this.
Bubble Bath.
No, the
Yeah,
brute
I
bubble
watched
bath
it.
was legendary,
I've
man.
heard
I
about
actually have the
this, yeah.
document right
Hold
here.
on, hold on.
All right,
Hold
can we
on,
move on
everyone.
from- what?
Hold on. I've actually heard about this brute bubble bath, and I would like to know more about it.
It was like a breakthrough within the research community.
It was. Those brutes did do that bubble bath, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually heard about the Brew Bubble Bath test, and I actually we were invited to watch it, and I actually heard from the researcher involved. He plans to make a, I believe it was Soapy Scout shower test next.
What the fuck? Who the fuck was this researcher's name?
That would be John Beelzebuffo. To be quite honest, I believe he should be a director of research with how intelligent he is, but
I mean, he could. Darby recently went to ethics assistant, right? So he could.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, last news story. While cell service remains poor underground, site administration is considering bringing back walkie-talkies and/or pagers to replace our iPhones and Androids.
That's
Thoughts?
fucking stupid.
I disagree with that. I want to replace them with Qurans.
What the?
How would we
So-
communicate with each other if there's a
How?
I
breach?
would rather
Through the
explode
spirituality.
than
By
pager
Allah.
again.
Spirituality.
I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna take
I
my
will
lunch. I'm
not
gonna walk
use a
away.
pager.
You motherfuckers.
I don't really see the problem with this. I
mean,
I
like,
gotta agree with Jeff on here.
I'm just saying, like, anyone who
Holy Quran is,
disagrees or like votes
steering
against it is
into the
Islamophobic.
conversation. You keep just steering into that conversation.
Personally, I prefer my
Don't go away
Okay,
from
so
Steve.
you
You
perform.
can step
Okay, you
back.
prefer technology over Allah?
No,
What?
I'm not.
What the
I'm
fuck?
not saying that
prefer
you've
my King
used.
James Bible
We're
over the
not a nation. We
Quran.
don't believe in religion. Most of us.
I think honestly, I don't really see an issue with cell service. Every time I've broken into the Foundation and beheaded people, I had perfect cell service. I think it's really just a difference in skill, honestly.
I swear to
True.
God, the other
shoot
GOC.
conspiracy Sky.
I do have to
I
say
think
I
it's more
do
that-
agree with
I think it's more that they're
enforcing the
not paying for
Quran.
shit.
I mean,
The other
That's true.
GOC
Carl got
was
shot
so
by a
much more
GOC or
chill than
something?
Quran. What the fuck happened?
I'm pretty sure Conspiracy Carl was shrieking about something about like GOC in the base, but like was that you?
Conspiracy Carl?
A conspiracy Carl, he seems like a bit of a conspiracy theorist just based on the name.
Oh, great.
No,
Two
no.
crazy Carls. That's fucking fantastic.
No, Conspiracy Carl's chill. I don't know. He saved my life in a pinch. A brute was chasing after me in like a damage zone, and like he whipped out a gun and shot the brute in the head.
What do you mean the brute was chasing after you? Can you explain?
It's a brute, man.
Yeah,
You'll know
it's
it when you
bad.
see it.
Like I
What
told you, like
makes-
Peter Breach, Brute.
What makes a D class a brute?
They're much more
Well, you
muscular
see.
than like your average D class.
Oh,
It's just like scouts are like they're faster. Like they're different.
I see. They're just
well, different in what way?
Like
yeah. What way
muscular
are,
level.
in what way are brutes different?
They're just built
They're
different.
stronger.
Let's just
They're
go with
stronger,
that. Let's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
say they're
Strong?
different.
Oh,
and
so
it's fair.
they've been hitting the gym a little more.
They've been hitting
Yeah.
the gym like
Yes.
a lot more.
So
Alright,
like,
alright,
the thing
okay.
is, like, what do you think about the Brute Menace?
Brute menace.
What are you
Have
talking?
you heard about the Brute Menace?
I
It's
haven't. Tell
It's
me
one
about the Brute
individual.
Menace.
I don't know. The Brute Menace is like
the weirdest one
a
we've
guy.
had.
He been like
Speaking of
breaking
menaces, have you
like,
heard of the Medbay
freeing
menace?
SCPs.
What
Medbay
is
Menace,
you-
yeah, hell yeah, man. I
Menace?
know about the Medbay Menace, dude. He be sticking around Medbay. He's like the terror of Medbay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I actually had a chat with him one time. He was very rude, as to be
That's fucked
expected
up, man.
of a member of O1, but yeah, he was talking down to me.
Well,
and
let's
said,
not get political over here.
Yeah.
my mistake.
On the
he was
term of
talking down
O1,
to me.
there's only 3 good O1. That's Castillo, that's fucking Yeti.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Let's
that's
just talk all
Wrecker.
this shit right now. Let's let everybody know on this
I can
podcast.
agree with one out of those 3.
And Yeti's pretty
All
cool.
of
Which
them
one
are
is
at
it?
the very least all right, but the only really
I
good
think
ones
the
are those
best-
3.
The best O1 is Bug because he's very easy to understand. You just have a
Yeah,
conversation with him.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you can
that's
wait.
true.
You talk your ear off. He's
Yeah,
like,
you can
all right,
actually-
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's true
Leave
right there.
O1?
No, he didn't. He's still in the regiments, actually.
Hey man, like I don't know, Bug
It's
is
really
like
rare.
the most eloquently spoken person I've ever met.
Like,
I
the
have to
so-
agree.
That's
I have to
facts.
agree with Crowley on this.
Yeah, that's
Bug,
facts.
he's just one. He can talk your ear off. He's quite the talker.
He's poetic in nature.
Yeah,
Like,
you'll have to
yeah.
give me a moment. I just heard a Matador explosion in D block.
Oh,
Well, I
fantastic.
think that's a perfect excuse to end this episode. 'Cause
That
we are
is probably
reaching
the
the end
brute
of our
menace.
lunch break.
That's like an acid trip.
that's the Brute Menace right
That's
there.
a brute
Not even,
menace
it's
right
like a
there.
really
Brute
good
menace.
one. I've had an
Oh.
acid trip.
Hey,
Have you heard him before?
Could you
It's like,
get me?
I am the brute menace.
No,
My
we're not
God,
doing this.
what?
We're not doing
Yeah,
this. All right,
okay.
this episode is over. Goodbye,
It's over.
everyone.
Go
Thank you
fuck
for listening to
yourselves.
the
Shoot Carl in the
Site-65
face.
podcast. Support
I
us
am the brute
and buy us
menace.
coffee.
And I've
Thank
come
you.
for
Goodbye.
you, Site-65.